Hi, it's Evie. If you're over 60, do you walk for exercise? Do you lift weights? I've walked on and off for years. When I was younger, I jogged like twice a day, a couple of miles before work, about 3 after work, and I loved it. I felt so good. Even if it was hard to get out of bed, you're stiff, it's early. I always made sure I was doing some form of exercise. I took yoga classes, aerobic exercises, jazzercise, all the stuff that was, popular many, many years ago. But I always had some sort of an exercise program going. And then I got lazy and I pretty much stopped doing everything that was good for me. I stopped eating right and I gained weight. And I lost a bunch of weight several years ago, and I've kept about half of it off. I don't want to get as low as I was before, but it's so easy for it to creep back up, especially the older you get. And my husband has always been after me, lift weights. And I was like, I don't want to lift weights. I just felt it was uncomfortable. It was pointless. It was hard. And I've done it a little tiny bit off and on over the years, but never stuck with it. I'm talking about several weeks and I would be done with it. But I was always using really light weights, like 2 or 3 pounds. And I've started lifting heavier weights. I started out with 7 pounds and then I moved up to they were 10 pounds. And I started feeling this warmth come over my shoulders and arms and actually quite liked it. It was very strange. I was like, is this why people do it? Because everything felt, the muscles felt looser, but yet the joints kind of felt tighter. I don't know if that even makes sense. I felt like I had more control. And yesterday I tried 15 pounds and I was like, this is pretty easy too. So I ordered a 20 pound weight and I believe it's called a kettlebell and it's got 3 handles on it, because when I do squats, I'm holding a weight, but this is easier because it's got 2 handles down on the bottom and then it's got 1 handle up on the top. It's supposed to come tomorrow and I'm really excited to get it and try it. It's pink. I like pink. And I'm just wondering if any of you have had any long-term success that are older with it toning and helping. I need help in my arms. I need help in especially the midsection of my body. I've noticed from all the walking that it's firmed up my butt, which only the people that are going to notice are going to be the people that are going to touch it, which that's going to narrow it down to what, like a dozen? Kidding. Anyway, nobody can really tell except me. And I want my arms to look just a little bit more defined. Not like I don't have to see muscle definition in them, but to get rid of the back flabby part and the sides of my waist to slim down. My back has slimmed down, which I actually didn't even realize my back was fat until, I was getting dressed or showering and I was like, my back feels thinner. So I guess it was fat. It's behind me. I don't see it. So I'm hoping it spreads and moves around to the front. I'm looking for some encouragement and some advice maybe on what's worked for you. And I'm not talking about, health and fitness guru type, just an ordinary person that has found that lifting weights, squatting with weights, and walking has really improved their tone and how they feel and their strength. One thing I've really noticed from doing the squats is getting up and down off of the couch. I didn't have a problem getting out of like an office chair because it's firm, But off of the couch, I was always using my arms for assistance, and probably let out a little grunt, getting up because I'm lifting my body out of this cushy sofa. And now I find myself, I just kind of like rise up and leave. And that's a benefit I found. Anyway, if anyone wants to add any advice or what's worked for them, I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to next time. Bye.